Yeet, saith the Lord. Yeet, come out of him, you foul devils.
What fools the nations are to rage against the Lord.
I'm going to show you that Jesus was a wealthy man, had plenty of money. And see, all of that completely foreign to us from a tradition.
You know that God blessed Abraham with riches. Blessed him with silver and gold. How many of you like silver and gold? Those of you that don't, you're in the wrong church.
There will be 50 people give $1,000. And do it right now, or I am finished. Try me.
And if you'll call during this telecast, for you that support our ministry in any way, just call the number on your screen. We'll rush this out to you. Many of you during this time of year need to anoint your billfold with this oil for a financial blessing.
If you want to learn something about God, shut your mouth and listen to me for a minute. God said he chose the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. Do you know if you're an intellectual, you'll probably end up in hell for it?
How long you been on alcohol and drugs? There's 15 devils. Yeet, saith the Lord. Yeet, saith the Lord. Yeet, come out of him, you foul devils. In the name of Jesus, thank God. Get ready. This is the power of God. Come out of us. This is the power of God. 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 Come out.
Satan gave me this mess. Shouldn't have said that.
Welcome, everyone, to the Dharma Junkie podcast. It is I, your host, Justin Otto. This week on Dharma Junkie, my guest is Josh Bailey. Josh is a poet and he's a hip-hop artist he's from Georgia originally, but he's now living in the shithole known as Mobile, Alabama, which apparently is a hotbed of hip-hop. And I had no idea about that. Anyway, Josh, and the intro was a little crazy, but it kind of ties into what we talked about in this episode, and that's really the important things in life, like the things that really matter, like connections and people and helping each other, because we're all family, right? And don't forget that you're also the universe experiencing itself, because that makes a big fucking difference. Anyway, without further ado, Josh Bailey.
You might catch yourself sliding in and out of a hallucinatory state. Just relax and enjoy it. Just relax and enjoy it.
This is an experiment in mind formation. Information. Forming, controlling, operating your mind and your brain. Using digital techniques to overload, scramble, confuse, unfocus your mind. The natural state of the brain is chaos. Chaos is beautiful.
Wait, I think if I adjusted in my ear, hang on a minute. Speak again?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a lot clearer.
Oh, is it?
Hang on, I just got to get in the right spot and not move it. Say it again?
How does this sound? Is it okay? Is it low?
Yeah, I hear you really good right now.
Yeah. Is that like the Apple style headphones?
Yeah.
Yeah, those things are fucking garbage. They just fall straight out of your ear. I don't know who those.
I got them from my buddy because I managed to run over my headphones.
Yeah, I don't understand exactly who those things are designed for, because they don't fit in anybody's fucking ear. They just fall out.
Nobody's, especially not my weird.
I think I have seen like 2 or 3 people that they did fit in, and it's weird because they don't just fit, but like it looks like their ears just fucking swallow them whole. It's very strange. Like all you see is poking out as a cord. You don't actually see the earbud itself. It's very strange. It's like, what happened to that dude's iPod or what do they call the AirPods?
Yeah, like maybe they got like skull fucked. Maybe they got fucked in the ear, dude. It works.
I mean, do you think that would change like structural, like the structural makeup of their ear canal? If they like, I guess it depends on the size of the dick, right?
Yeah, and the size of the ear. What the fuck, dude? How have you been?
Man, I'm all right. I got stung by some hornets today. It was a good time.
Dude, the other headphone just kicked in and started working. I hear you perfectly now.
Boom. It's the universe at work, man. We willed it. We willed it to fucking power, bro. We spoke it into existence. That's how you do shit. You got to manifest it.
Yeah, I'm trying, dude. I'm trying.
Fuck me too, man. Every day trying to manifest something. Generally, it works out.
Oh man, dude. I've been going through this really, really weird time. It's intensely transformative. I know this, and I've been through similar episodes and periods of my life before,
right?
That are kind of like this, but at the same time, in the moment, it's a little hard to handle.
Can I ask a question?
I know it pushes me, man, but dude,
you said when you say like this, I mean, what is this like? Like, it describe the experience that you're talking about, because there's so many different emotions and so many different emotional states and just states of being and progression and regression, and so like elaborate some,
yeah,
so I can have a better idea of what the fuck you're talking about, because right now I'm kind of lost.
Okay,
I mean, I feel you. I just don't know where you're going.
I know I'm in a good place.
Okay, that's
but
good.
There are so many things coming at me from different angles, and emotionally, I'm trying to, restrain myself, because I know what those roads lead down. Like when I'm too passionate sometimes,
right?
But I have this mass confusion, and there's so much stress and a bit of disassociation, and it's destroying a few relationships. I mean, not completely, but it has the potential to, and
right.
Then maybe some of them need to be destroyed. It's very, very rocky right now, but I'm getting through it.
Well, what's the alternative? Not getting through it? So far you've gone through
exactly
100% of all the bullshit you ever had to deal with. So, there's,
I don't know, man.
Got that going for you.
I don't know, man. People don't, they don't think in a productive way and a constructive way.
I agree with that 100%. Most people are just content to just kind of exist and just lay around and just be. And I'm cool with being too. Like, there's times when I like to just be, but I don't. I want to do so much more with my shit. You know what I mean? I'm so much.
Yeah.
I have loftier goals.
Yeah, I'm not content with complacency. I can sit.
I'm content with contentness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm not content with I need, I guess as a recovering addict, I need shit to do. You know what I mean? I need some sort of structure, and I need stuff going on. I need stimulus, because if I get bored, that's when I start doing stupid shit.
And it's that. And then I don't know, man, my interaction with people is also detrimental occasionally, because I try not to, but I tend to expect myself from other people. And especially here, you told me about Mobile, Alabama.
Yeah, I told you that.
And
how many years ago?
Understand.
You didn't understand. You're like, no, it's all right. No, I was like, no, listen to me. I was like, listen to me. It's a horrible shithole. There's nothing but fucking meth heads and people trying to get over on you.
Oh my God.
It's just a wide awake nightmare, and I can't wait to get the fuck out of here.
Man, okay, I was doing so good. We were doing this thing, Cowboys and Angels here that has new managers, and did a freestyle Fridays.
Is that a bar?
It's a bar here. There's a little venue. They're a restaurant, but they have this
what's it called
bar
again?
thing that they do at night. Cowboys and Angels.
That sounds like a very mobile place.
And it had new managers, and they were bringing us in and stuff.
Yeah, hey man, I imagine that a place called Cowboys and Angels always has new management.
Right? I think they bought it from their family. They're fighting with their family over it. It's weird. But the guy was so accepting, because we came there, during the pandemic, and nobody is going out anywhere. Yet we packed it out with about 300 people and rocked it. And
it sounds either really awesome or really irresponsible, and I can't decide which one I want to go with.
Dude, it's we were there in mask, and we left right after both times. But it's
taking people's temps to the door and shit.
Because
were you making them sign waivers?
No, they just search for guns.
Cowboys and angels, there's likely to be guns. And
dude,
look,
no,
at any bar.
They reached under me in my wheelchair, dude. They're like, they're feeling my ass, dude. I had to levitate out the seat.
It's lucky you don't wear like a prosthetic leg, because they probably would have taken it off and looked inside of it.
Dude, like I should have known, but like we're rocking the scene, okay. But these guys, the owner, he there was a fight the last time I was there.
No,
my glasses got broke, my phone got stolen, and it was like a wave. Yeah. Right?
I can't imagine that happening there.
Dude, so but the owners like talk to me like, yeah, we're just trying to make money, and
did the maitre d' not intervene?
Oh. Stop. No.
I'm sorry, man.
You know how I
feel about fucking
everybody
Mobile,
just stood there and cheered on or jumped in.
No, like I said,
oh my god,
you know my thoughts on Mobile, man. So I'm just gonna trash anything Mobile related, because I just can't stand that place. No offense to the people that live there, but fuck you too. I probably don't like you either, because you live in Mobile and you're a fucking asshole. I probably met you and didn't like you.
Hey, there's some really, really good people here, and there's some really, really scummy people here, and we're at a disadvantage because there's a lot more scummy people than there are good people. But dude, the owners there, like, okay, they have all these pictures that just came out where they're in blackface. They've made all these racist, very racist comments. They tried to pay somebody to have the pictures erased.
Who did this?
The new owners of Cowboys and Angels, the venue where we're regularly performing.
It gets fucking deeper. You get this.
Yeah, okay. So I mean, I can't be back there. I can't associate myself with that. I mean,
you could.
No, dude, I'm not selling my soul. I lose all crap. No, dude.
I mean, no, you got to take them down from the inside. Is what I'm saying. Like,
no, sir. No.
You fucking
man. That's an angle I don't even want to know.
Look, you Donnie Brasco your way up in that bitch, and you take them. You take it apart from the inside.
Look, I'm not a good field hand.
Look here, fucking Al Jolson.
I wouldn't fool anybody. I'm not good at playing the Uncle Tom. Like I can talk and act real nice, but then.
Well, you can't do a soft shoe for him.
Definitely not. I only got one. Man.
I guess it would be a soft shoe. It wouldn't be like soft shoes.
It'd be one. It'd be hard as fuck. Sideways up the ass, man.
Oh shit. So anyway, okay. So they're completely racist and they're doing blackface
but they're hosting these hip hop nights, and we've been making so much money for them. And then, like, all this comes out.
You're saying that they're capitalizing on black culture, while at the same time,
very much so.
At the same time, being like probably the most racist you can be, like
dude, all the way blackface racist.
Yeah, that's intense. That's not even like Ted Danson blackface trying to be funny. Like
I don't even know.
I don't know. That's distressing. I mean, it's not surprising, especially in like places like Mobile. The Deep South's still very backwards in very many ways, I'm sure, as you know.
I mean, I deal with racism like in Pensacola, in Georgia. Georgia has
You're going to deal with racism fucking anywhere, man. There's racists in Connecticut. Go to New Hampshire. You're going to find plenty of them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Go to Canada. You're going to find racism all over the world. It's just nothing that's going to go away.
But it's so stupid to me because people don't get that it's a made-up concept. Like I tell them, like, you feel so strongly about this, but it's something meant to divide us. It is not reality.
No, that's exactly what it is. It's meant to cause a divide, so you're not paying attention to fucking what's really going on.
I mean, sure, I'll point it out because it's an evil tool, but at the same time, like, dude, I know what the fuck it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's not discounting and saying it doesn't exist, because systematic racism is a thing, and racism in general is a thing, and it's perpetuated by every culture. Like White people perpetuate racism. Chinese people perpetuate racism. Black people, everybody.
Yes, that people don't like to talk about it, especially in the modern climate. But black people do.
It's a tough topic
to
talk about because if you say the wrong fucking thing, like you're automatically like. Then you got this whole cancel culture shit. You say the wrong thing one time, but you're not even the wrong thing. You're just having an honest conversation about the racial climate and saying that every race continues to perpetuate racism. And
but see, there's some people that try to piggyback on that, and then they bastardize it and run away with it, and then that's where the rage comes in, because people see that and they're like, they get confused that line, it gets blurred between who's sincere and just talking and trying to express and communicate and relate to people, and then that gets blurred and confused with these people who are piggybacking onto it for stuff that's conditioned within them. Like, right. I mean, I feel bad because half the time it's not their fault. Like now, some people are just.
I'd say more than half the time. Now, there's a lot of time that it is willful ignorance, though. Like, there's a lot of time when it's like, look, man, you just can't explain some shit to some people. You know what I'm saying? You can talk till you're blue in the fucking face, and it's just tiring. I know you've got to be fucking sick and tired of trying to explain shit to people.
I have been, dude. I have.
And fuck, man, I'm white, and I'm sick to death of it. It's like, look, man, this is just obviously a concept that is just above and beyond your grasp, and you're just never going to get what I'm talking about, no matter how plain I make the fucking terms.
And a lot of my white friends too, like, have said the same thing. It's like, dude, people don't realize, like, they think that it's a black and white divide. Honestly, it's not. It's a rich and poor divide.
It's a class divide. It's exactly what it is. It's a class
divide, and they don't realize that. I know people that are living in the worst conditions, and it like of many races, and a lot of them are white. Maybe even more of them are white than black.
Yeah,
it's poverty, and it's
exactly. It's systemic poverty, is what it is. It's the, like fucking Marx put it, it's the bourgeoisie versus the proletariat, man. It's us against them, and they use the race battle or the race fight or all the racial stigma to just mask the fact that that we're fucking goddamn puppets. But
yes,
and what everybody doesn't realize is that as long as we're in the position we're in, with the people ruling us, fuck, man, we're all on the plantation right now. We're all fucking slaves.
Like, as long as you're worried about you being better than him or him not thinking he's better than you and all that, you're not realizing that you're all slaves. We're all
exactly
slaves.
The system that's set up, man. We're all fucking slaves. You got to pay taxes. You got to do that. Fucking don't ever try to work outside of the system. Don't do anything that
fucking ever.
Yeah, because
let them get their cut.
It's like, say you get caught selling fucking weed or something, you're gonna get 20 fucking years. You get caught fucking a kid, you're gonna get them 6 months.
Shit, half the people
why is that?
You probably do the same shit.
Why is that? I don't know. Maybe because the people that are making the
why is a harmless plant? I'm saying why is that something that you could take someone's life away for? Yet traumatizing a child, which I know about firsthand, stays with them forever.
Because the people that are making the laws are the ones fucking the kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're not going to crucify their own people.
Yeah, I mean, and if you say that's wrong, then you have to say you're wrong. And then, man, I don't know, dude. But that trickles down like all the way across the board, not the particular proclivity, but that mindset and that cognitive dissonance where, dude, it's them and they're wrong, and it's never a problem with you. It's never a problem with you and what you're doing. There's always a justification.
Right.
I was telling a friend of mine the other day, I was saying, like, okay, look, as much as people are oppressed right now, especially black people in general, if I know this for a fact, if we were in the same position, would it be better? Would it be better? I tell people, like, no, because, like, you can have equality, you can have equity, you can work for these things, but you want revenge. You want a lot of people, and I understand the sentiment, but at the same time, that is the same as the evil that you're fighting.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly. It's fucking Occam's fucking razor.
If you're against it, you got to be against.
It's Occam's razor.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how do you navigate? How do we navigate that? You know, how do we navigate that topic first of all, and then how do we navigate a way through it? Because
I mean,
man, it's just
first we have to start with honesty and openness.
Absolutely.
Like there's not a lot of that. People don't like to be wrong. Man. People don't like to admit that, hey, I was fucked up in something, and that's a very vital thing to do. People
love fucking lying about shit. I don't know what it is, but like people love to fucking stretch the truth about shit. It can be some dumbass shit too, like some shit that has no bearing. It does not matter at all. They will fucking embellish the truth out of some shit. Like it's astounding the fucking stories some people tell. Like, wow,
bro,
like,
I have a neighbor,
and you can see right through it. You know, you can like, it's like, dude, you got glass fucking motives. I can see right through your shit, but you listen to it and you hear it out, and it's almost fantastic as just a work of fiction itself. You're like, wow, you've really woven a fucking a clever tale here.
What story do you have to tell yourself to convince you that I would believe this shit? Because I'm wondering, like, how have you convinced yourself of this? Psychologically, it is fascinating.
You know, the way psychology works is if you tell yourself this story that this happened to me, this happened to me, this happened to me enough, you're going to believe that shit happened to you. You might have made that shit up. Like people's memory, even with just regular memories, people don't ever remember shit the way it necessarily should be remembered. You know what I'm saying? Like there's the facts.
Oh yeah, your memory is false.
Yeah, the memories are always fucked up. The facts are never straight. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing's ever accurate. And so you trust these memories. You're like, well, this happened to me. And it's like, I mean, kind of like that, but not the way you remember it. So you like base your whole life off this fucking false memory.
And we tend to, man, humans, we love our pain. We love our suffering. And we feed it and we let it define us.
You can let it define you.
One of my friends was telling me, my producer, what'd you say?
I said, you can let it define you. You don't have to.
I think in some ways
notice that you're doing it, and once you notice you're doing it, then you can stop letting it define you. Like then it doesn't define you, as it just shapes you.
Yeah, like that was the moment of clarity when I noticed. Like he told me, he's like, dude, he's like, this shit happened to you. Okay, like you've been through this. He said, but that does not determine who you are. You're making all this like oh, I am this way because of this,
right?
Or I went through this and now I'm this way. And he's like, you are making yourself that way by thinking you're that way.
Absolutely.
And he spoke to me kind of hard, but at the same time, I needed to hear it.
You got to appreciate the honesty of it.
Yeah, dude, I mean, that's the best thing about that dude, man. He always says it like it is. You might not like it, but it is a very valuable asset to have him like just around me.
Yeah, for sure. You got to appreciate the honesty of people. Like I try to be honest with everything. I'll message you on Facebook and be like brutally honest about some shit that's probably pretty embarrassing a lot of times. But you're one of my pretty close friends, so I feel like I can.
I don't know, man. A lot of people aren't prepared for that.
People can't handle that level of honesty, dude. You know what I mean? They just can't handle it. That's the thing, is like people, and because especially when it comes to things like depression or anything of that nature, anything that. There's still a taboo with being depressed. Like there's not an open enough dialogue about it. Like it's like you're supposed to hide it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a stigma and a shame to it.
It's like the one disease you can have where people will fucking be like, oh, let's not hang out with that guy because he's fucking, you know.
Everybody goes through it at some point to some degree. That's the thing. Like if you think about, I mean, any kind of illness or wound or anything, that if everybody had it and everybody felt they had to hide it, there would be no cure. And that's what it's like. Because, you know, everybody's hiding it. Everybody's afraid to show it. It's like a zombie bite.
Right.
Nobody wants to know that they're infected or telling. And
that's why there is still,
it's fucking ridiculous.
That's why there is still so many depressed people, because not enough people talk about it. Because when they do talk about it, people are like, oh, there you go again. And, you know, it's like, dude, like have some fucking compassion for this person. Like probably don't understand what they're going through. you probably don't really understand what they're fully going through, because depression's it's a dark
I guess
place.
People's understanding is limited by what they can fathom.
Well, it's just by their
and
empirical data. It's just by their experience. If they've never been there, how would they know? You know, it's like trying to explain like a fucking acid trip to somebody that's never tripped on acid. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you've never done that, like, there's no way I can really explain it to you. Same thing with depression. Like, unless you really experience that kind of dark depression, how can I even convey what that's like to you? Like the manicness of it, and the fucking high highs and the low lows, and you know, it
reminds me of chronic pain. Okay,
that's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Pain, yeah, it is.
It's psychological pain. It's not physical pain, but it is chronic pain.
I mean, it's very much the same thing. Like, and you can tell people about it, they can't fathom it. Okay, if I told you I'm hurting right now, I'm hurting every day, every moment of every day. I don't take medicine for it, bro. Like I used to.
Right.
That shit got me fucked up. I function. People can't fathom that, because at that level of pain, they cannot function. They're not used to it, and it's outside of their realm of understanding.
Because they haven't learned to adapt to it yet.
Some people are like, okay, I can't understand it. Some people are like, well, that's not real. You're bullshitting, because and for somebody who deals with it all the time, right. I mean, that's a very, very frustrating thing. I've kind of gotten to the point where I accept that, you know, everybody's different. Go ahead.
I was about to say that, you know, I still have my bouts of depression. They come a lot less than they used to. A lot less. Like it kind of been flaring up a little bit lately, but I think I pretty much got it under control at the moment. But
hang on, say again.
I said I've been having, you know, bouts of depression lately, but it's been a while since I have been. So it's just a recent thing, and I get through them a lot quicker now. But it's still just something that I know is just going to pop up every now and then. Like, no matter how well I'm doing, and in fact, normally, like, the better that I'm doing, like, the more depressed I'll get. Like, for some reason, like, my subconscious likes to sabotage me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I understand completely, bro.
It's like when things like really start going well for me, like I start doing some stupid ass shit, and I don't even know why. I'm not really cognizant of doing it. It's like another part of my body takes over, and I just go do some dumb ass shit that I end up regretting. But it's almost like it's not me. It's like, as soon as I start to do well, some deep shadow part of my brain creeps out and fucking goes, I'm going to fuck this up for him real good. I'm going to do my best to fuck this up. You ever get that?
Do you try to maintain a healthy inner dialogue at all?
I try to. I mean, you know, that doesn't always work so well, especially when you're in the pits of deep depression. You know,
like I try to do it regularly, but at the same time, like, I can feel it coming sometimes. It's like,
I can always feel it coming.
Shit's gonna fuck up. I don't know how.
Yeah.
But it's these swings I go through, and I'll come out of it, and I'll do brilliant, creative shit, and I'll be really, really powerful. I'll hit God mode. I'll be manic and get everything done and create everything.
Yeah.
And then I'll feel that too when I'm coming down, and the swing. Like, I just laid in bed for 2 days, like the last 2 days, because I don't know, dude. Like, I crashed. Everything was too much. Like, worried about shit with my girl, like the shit she's going through, not even my shit, but her shit. Like,
I feel that.
Trying to make sure my producer's doing okay, because his health is our productivity, and setting new things up, and then stuff with the venues. But I didn't realize how I was overstressing myself.
Right.
I'm trying to get it done, and then all of a sudden I could not function. It just happened so quick.
Yeah, I mean, it happens immediately. Like, it's just like a fucking switch flips. It's like, and then boom, you're just like, I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm doing it. Like, none of this has any fucking meaning. It's just like a complete existential fucking breakdown. And you're like, what do I even do?
Yeah.
Where do I even go from here? Why am I even doing any of this? I do it with this podcast all the time. I'm like, I don't even know why I'm doing this. It's fucking stressful. Like, and I'm like, all right, I'm quitting. And then, like, as soon as I say I'm quitting, I put out another episode, because I just have to fuck with myself, apparently. Like, I have to torture myself a little bit. That's what makes them good, is all this self-flagellation.
You realize it's just the process, though, right? You do.
Oh, yeah. Like, that's why I trust it. It gives me more stuff to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I'm trying to get better at trusting, the whole process and knowing, okay, nothing is permanent. It's not forever. This moment is temporary. But at the same time, I feel that way. I've tried to condition myself to know that I'll be okay in the end. It's never easy. But I tell myself that all the way through, like, you've gotten through this before. You've gotten through this before.
Well, I think you're looking too much towards the future and looking towards the end. You know what I'm saying? You're looking too much at the whatever the end goal is, rather than just being in the moment and experiencing the moment, because who knows what's going to happen, man. You just got to be happy in the moment and try to just be.
I try to live for today, for now, all the time. That's my whole mindset.
That can get dangerous too, though, because then you get in that.
Oh, yeah, it can.
That can get out of control real fast when you're like, all we have is the moment. I could die at any minute, and then you're like, you start doing fucking reckless shit.
But you gotta hold the moment and try to make that good moment endless, and like try to always attain for better. I'm not trying to focus on the future, but I do try to build on the moment, because
by building the moment,
if I don't have a goal in mind or a place in mind I want to go, I'm gonna spiral.
Yeah, for sure. You've got to have goals, and they've always got to be in the back of your mind, but like you can't obsess about them. And that's the thing, is just by doing making the next right decision in the moment, like right now, you're guaranteed to make your future better and probably attain those goals, because you're always making that next right decision in the moment.
Right.
Yeah.
And I find that being present in the moment keeps me from overwhelming myself with all the stress of this goal, that goal, like what I want to do. I know I'm working toward them, but I worry just about, okay, this step here,
right,
this step here. It's that present step that I'm making,
Fuck, man, not even just the goals, but just all the background chatter of everything else that's going on in life. Like, well, this is going on with this friend, and then this is going on with my girlfriend, and she's having these problems, and then like I'm trying to like fix this with her, and then like I deal with this guy over here, and then like I've got some shit going on that I forgot I left that thing on the stove, and now my fucking kitchen's on fire. And my house is burned. You know what I'm saying? Like it can.
That's it. Like I feel like I'm the eternal diplomat, and there's never any time for me.
Right. It's just there's just always so much going on. I'm so busy. That's my thing. It's like, and like I need to learn to slow down more, because I'm way too busy. I keep myself way too busy. In fact, I just took another full-time job. I'm going back to work again during the COVID thing. Yeah. I don't want to tell you. I'm glad you're making. It's another kitchen job. I'm not really looking forward to it. I don't want to work in a kitchen, but. Hey man, we do what we got to do, right? But I
make a way foundation. We don't take donations. We just change locations.
Well, like I said, man, I just try to stay busy. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to.
Yeah.
I feel like I have to. It's just one of those things.
You're not always gonna feel like you have to.
No,
I promise you that.
But for the moment, I do. I'm still playing catch up with some stuff, and I gotta grind out some fucking cash and gotta straighten out some legal issues and shit.
But if I may say so, you're doing fucking brilliant, bro.
No, thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's not for lack of trying. I'll give you that.
I know. I mean, and I know the struggle. I know how hard it is, but I think about every day how far I've come, how far we've come, all my people. Like
absolutely. Especially anybody who's like really been in the depths of addiction like you and I both have.
Yeah, I mean, like all the way down. It's not just the things that you do to yourself. I say
it's
I
the
carry
collateral
others
damage,
around
man.
me,
It's
I've
the
lost
fucking collateral damage, dude.
Yes, it's what you think that you're doing for yourself, by yourself, of yourself. It has this domino effect on all the lives around you, and you don't see till it's too late.
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
Most of the time.
Yeah, and then what do? You could say all the I'm sorries in the world, and mean them, and it's,
But what you have to do then is grow and build for yourself, not do the same thing. Some people can't.
Yeah, they don't grow. They don't learn. They don't learn from their mistakes.
Knowing that I did this.
Right.
I mean, I don't even know if I'd say that. I would say that they learned enough to know that they didn't want to know more. A lot of people, like, they see things And I'm a firm believer, if you see something that you need to change in your life about yourself and you ignore it and you put it aside, like, bro, like it's
bypass.
So detrimental.
Yeah, it's bypass.
It's so detrimental. And a lot of people run. They run, and
of course they do. It's
bro,
fucking
you're never
scary,
gonna get
man.
anywhere.
Fucking confronting the fucking shitty parts of yourself is fucking scary. Admitting to yourself you're a piece of shit, that's hard to do. A lot of people aren't.
Oh, it very much is.
A lot of people aren't ready for that. I still struggle with it daily. I mean, I'm not really, because I know I'm a piece of shit, but I also know I'm a good ass dude. And I have this, I walk that razor's duplicitous edge.
Yes, indeed.
You know? So, but you need,
but bro, that's the thing. I've been both. You've been both. Now
you need them. You need both of them. You can't completely.
Yeah, so you have that duality, and you have to find the balance.
You can't completely dismiss one. You can't get rid of the masculine.
No, I mean, dude, all the shit that I've gotten into and been through has helped form me make me
absolutely
what I am now. And I wouldn't, if I didn't have those experiences, I wouldn't have that to draw on. And it benefits me. It means shit. I'll never get some people back. Like, there's some people I'll miss forever. There's some things I can never change. But at the same time, I have so much going on that I never fucking dreamed that I would have.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy as fuck. Isn't it weird the way shit works out like that? Like you lose so much, and then like you get to this point, especially in recovery, where I mean you've had like nothing, and then you like start building, and then like you get to this point where you're like, man, I'm doing. Not only am I doing all right, but like, man, I'm doing some pretty fucking cool shit. Like,
yeah, I'm like, I'm thriving, and I used to get so scared, dude, because I don't know what to do with the good shit. I'm like, I had never. Like, dude, I had good shit, but I didn't appreciate it.
That's why we try to sabotage ourselves, because we still don't know what to do.
Yes.
We're still trying to fucking. I think it's because we didn't like ourselves. I think that's the reason every addict uses, because they don't like themselves. And I think trying to learn to love yourself and be good to yourself, like that part of yourself that still doesn't like you, is like, no, you're not allowed to do that. So that's why they, the unconscious and the subconscious tries to fuck your conscious up. You know what I mean? And it'll do little trickster bullshit things to fucking try to fool you into doing some dumb shit. You're like, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, motherfucker. And I'm not gonna let you do it this time.
Who understands me and fought against my brain and my impulses, and she didn't do it like forcefully or in a controlling, manipulative way. Like, it was, and it still is. It's completely healing. Understanding it. Oh, okay, she's totally mine. I'm totally hers, but it's not a possessive type of love.
Right.
It's a nurturing, building process. And when I saw the way she was able to love me, I was able to love myself a bit more.
Right. No, I get that.
And like I start to see what she appreciates, and I'm like, well, shit. If I have this in me, like, and I can have this, I can make this work now. I can do better. Like, I'm never content with staying in the same spot. But she made me feel that I could do it, and I'm so grateful for that. Like, really, I really am.
But no, I feel that like non-possessive type of love, and I try to implement that in my relationship, but I don't know, man. I guess I have some fucked up issues I haven't really gotten through yet. Some weird traumas in the past and stuff, and I guess I'd say there's still a little bit of jealousy that creeps up in me every now and then, and I think it's just natural. I think it's inevitable. I think we can try to work.
Oh no, the jealousy is there. Yeah, I say it's not possessive. Yeah, the jealousy is there.
Yeah,
and I fight it.
That's all you can do.
It's not that I don't trust her.
No, not at all.
I completely do.
No, it's not her. It's me. I'm fucked up.
It's me, and then I also know these scumbag motherfuckers and the shit that they've been about and said behind her back. And she's a sweet motherfucker. She does not know or care. She's so fucking pure.
Right.
And I feel like it's on me to protect that. Like, that's my place. Like, they're not gonna get over with the bullshit. So, like, dude, it's so silly, but I got a little bit upset like a couple weeks ago because she reacted to this dude's post, and I'm like, I don't even like you being friends with this motherfucker because I know what the fuck he said and shit when you weren't around. Like, but at the same time, like she's like, dude, she's like, it was a meme. It was funny, and like, I don't give a fuck about him. I give a fuck about you. Like I don't, and I know that's the truth. It's just that I know how they see her, man. That
I'm familiar with the situation.
And they think that she's weak.
I'm familiar with that situation.
Yeah. I want to protect, and sometimes I go a bit too far.
I think it's easy to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I said, human nature.
I don't know, man. My too far is a bit too far, though. Like,
mine too. But and that's the thing with like Buddhism is like the whole thing is practicing, the non-attachment. But it's really hard to practice non-attachment
when you're fucking attached.
When you're fucking attached, So
like,
there's what
I
think Ram Dass called it loving non-attachment, and I've done that, and it's possible, but it's really hard. And ultimately, I felt it wasn't as fulfilling as fully embracing a relationship. But it's hard. It's hard to not be attached to somebody. It's hard to. How can you love someone completely and not become attached? There's no way.
Yeah, because I mean, dude, really, I don't know how. I don't do anything by half. I'm an extremist.
Think about Buddhist monks. How many of them have girlfriends? They just don't do it because they don't get attached. They don't even put themselves in the position for that.
See, I don't know if I could do that though. Like, I mean, that's so far.
Because you have base animal instincts to make you want to fuck.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I embrace them.
Yeah, for sure. And you should, because they're part of you. But, it's integrating them. And I think that they take it a little too far with that. I think abstinence is, I couldn't do it. I can for short periods. I've done it for long periods too, but is it preferable? Nah. Why would it be?
I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm better with someone or better in a relationship. Like, usually as fucked up as it is in my position, I've been the upgrade in most relationships that I've been in. She's above me. Like, she's a step up for me.
Accurate
like,
again. Yeah, accurate again.
Yeah, like, and I'm like, it's a different position. I haven't been here before, and I like it, but I mean, it's humbling, and I'm unsure often because I don't. Dude, I'm
a complete fuck up, and I screw up my relationship at least twice a week, and I don't even mean to do it. I say the wrong thing, and I don't even realize I'm saying it, and like, I'm an idiot. I mean, I'm the first one to admit that.
Oh shit! I just dropped the joint on me.
That happens. It's like the Big Lebowski.
All right, say again.
I said I'm a fucking idiot. I screw my relationship up regularly. I try to repair it as quickly as possible, but invariably I always say some stupid shit or do some stupid that I don't even realize I'm doing. That's the worst part, is I don't even realize I'm doing it. Normally I think it's pretty benign, but she obviously would think to the contrary. And maybe and a lot of the time it's not very benign, and I've been pretty pleased with her response when it wasn't benign. But I mean, the bottom line is I'm just a douchebag. Try not to be, but.
And honestly, like it's hard to see from the perspective of somebody doing it, but from an outside perspective, it's cool for me because I see you grow by leaps and bounds.
That's awful sweet of you.
No. But like, dude, I tell you, like, I know because I've been there and I know how it feels in the moment. But at the same time, I've never seen it from this side like this. And I don't know, man. We're the rare breed, man. We're the ones that come back. The lot don't.
Oh man, they die all the time. A friend of mine just died.
Just a minute. I got people at the door. Just a minute. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
You there?
Yeah. You shooting a rap video in your house?
No, that's just the one and only motherfucking TJ So High. That's my producer currently. Like, we're working on some shit together. That I have that MC ego, man. Like, I think I'm the bomb and shit.
Right. No,
that motherfucker it's humbling sometimes. He's the real deal, bro. He's the real
Amazing.
deal.
What are y'all working on right now?
So High Swing Low. That's the little EP we're trying to work on together. You want to hear a verse I wrote for it?
You got anything like recorded, like with music on and shit?
Not yet. I just got beats and words written down and a few things I've gone over, like try to get down, but they're not ready. It's not ready.
Yeah.
And then I'm working on another thing with my neighbor Justin Smile. He's got this he beat tape Dior Gray. This is I think second volume he's put out. But dude, I just went ahead and paid him. I'm like, dude, those are my beats. Like,
Right.
I'm gonna drop that right after I do this one. It's tremendous. Like, dude, it's weird. I'm at these apartments for disabled people on the second floor, and somehow next door to me there's this producer who knows this dude I'm working with, and it's like a real underground hip hop mecca in these weird ass apartments, bro. It blows my mind.
That's a strange little pocket of the universe right there. That's fucking funny.
Yeah, dude, I'm blown every day by that shit.
In Mobile, of all places.
It's all good though. It's just really good. It's healthy.
As long as you got a creative outlet, man. I think that's important.
It is. Also, like when I was telling you about my friend earlier who was checking me on shit, that's that motherfucker. He has no chill. Like he's probably one of the most honest people I've ever met. Like he don't sugarcoat shit for nobody, especially for me.
Well, that's good.
It's refreshing. Yeah, it's a little hard to tolerate sometimes, but it's refreshing.
You just don't like hear the truth.
It's hard to call yourself on your own bullshit.
It's the hardest thing to do ever, but it's the most beneficial. So, you got this thing you're working on. Do you have like any kind of intended release date for it, or are you just kind of fucking with it, or like is it a serious project? Do you have a deadline? Are you pushing yourself? Are you really trying to make things happen?
It's a serious project. I'm pushing myself now. I've been slacking, but I'm pushing myself. I'm hoping that to be done within a month and a half, 2 months from now. Absolutely. Because I've already got the material together, the beats together. Been working on recording. I got everything hooked up. I need to put in the work and get it right. And I can knock it out. But I want to be sure that it's done right too. So I don't want to rush it.
Well, yeah, you don't want to put anything half-ass out.
But I mean, this is not half-ass. I spent my time, like my little process, sitting on it, writing it, like letting it stew and sit in my mind. And I'm pretty sure it's ready. It's really, the stuff I've been writing is a lot. It's really transcendental, beautiful poetic stuff that's really about the ego, seeing yourself, the source, resisting self-bias, growth. It's all deep, man. Like, cause I write what I'm going through, you know?
Yeah. Write about what you know.
I mean, it's a good project.
I'm excited to hear it. I can't wait to hear, some like finished product. It's going to be good.
Bro, you should be. I mean, I know you're super busy, but you should be working on some beats for me.
When would I have time for that?
I mean, I got some good ass beats, but dude,
yeah,
you teased me before, man. Come on.
I still dabble, but I'm trying to make more time for it. Like I said, I do a lot of shit. I got a lot of stuff going on right now.
Yeah, I don't know. Once you don't have so much on your plate, and you know where you're going, like with the COVID thing, like. Maybe we can book some time.
If I can, I'm going back to work.
And I'll pay you for a little bit of time. Yeah, fuck it.
What can I do? I mean, got bills to pay and shit.
Shit. Yeah, I'm trying to pay him, damn it.
Got to keep the lights on this motherfucker.
Shit.
Got to keep that podcast light on.
Yeah, the podcast light. That's the only one that matters, bro. So since you've been doing the podcast, like, I know you said that you don't feel like you're getting a lot of circulation.
I mean,
how's your reception with the people that listen?
I didn't, never really expected a lot of circulation. My thing is trying to figure out how to get more circulation. I never expected it. I mean, it's a new podcast. It's only been going for like 3 months. You know what I'm saying? We're almost 3 months now. you know, it's not going to be fucking blowing up. Who the fuck am I anyway? You know, nobody knows the fuck I am. Like, Justin Otto. I know.
You talk about some
remember
real
that guy
shit,
from
and I
high
think
school. He was a fucking weirdo. He wore Metallica shirts all the time and minded his own fucking business. He played guitar and fucking smoked a lot of weed.
That's the image you have of yourself.
That's who I was in high school. That's who I was.
That's the image you have of yourself in high school. That's the image
that I was in high school. But I mean, that's not who I am now. I'm just saying, like, if somebody heard my name, they'd be like, oh, yeah, I remember that guy. He's a fucking weirdo in high school. That might be all they know about me from, you know, because they don't know me now. Now I'm a weirdo that's not.
Now I'm a weirdo that's not in high school. I think that I can help promote and circulate like we'll talk about details and art and stuff, but I mean, I really, dude, it's a silly
podcast, and it's something fun for me to.
It's fun for me to do. You can't talk about you talk down on yourself.
No,
like
I mean, I don't think
serves people that don't really have another.
I don't think the content is silly. It's just a fun thing to do. It's, you know, it's a lighthearted and jovial. It's not intended to be taken seriously at all. You know.
Well, I mean, nothing should be taken too seriously.
That's my point.
But
I mean, I might talk about some serious topics, but ultimately, I'm just a fucking weirdo, and I'm okay with that. And
hey, dude, the best people are.
I'm okay with it.
The best people are. I think it touches on.
That's one of those things, like you know, that I've made peace with. you got to fall into who you are, man. Just you got to stop fighting yourself and just be you. That's really. I think that's the main reason I started this podcast, was to just get more comfortable just being myself and having conversations like this, and just be like, oh, fuck it, I'll talk about whatever I want. It's my podcast.
You know, that concept is crazy to me. Like, okay, being comfortable with being yourself. It's so hard to attain for some people. For me, I'm a little too comfortable being myself sometimes, but mostly because I've had to become comfortable with myself, like forced. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't accept these things, like you're just fucked up. So you have to have that, like, okay, this is me, this is who I am. And a lot of people, man, there's always a crutch or an avenue. I guess with me, I'm a little bit luckier. I wasn't offered that. I mean, literally, yeah.
That's what I say. You didn't get the crutch, you got the chair, right?
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people always they have a release, a mask they can wear. Like, bro, this is who I've had.
Hold on, just for anybody that's listening who doesn't know anything about Josh here. Josh has one leg. So all these jokes we've been making, there's your punchline right there. Because I don't think we've addressed the issue, but continue.
Give him disclaimer and shit, dude. Cripple King, the one-legged wonder.
That's it.
In case they didn't know.
But yeah, man, people aren't comfortable like being themselves. They just aren't, because I don't think they really know who they are. So they've never really taken the time to find themselves.
That's the thing. If you know who you are, if you really do know, like, once you know, you have no choice but to accept it and be that. Like, it's not so hard if you can look at yourself with honesty. Like, once you do that, it's a bit easier after that. Like, but it's hard for people to say, I am this way, or I lack this, or, you know, this is where I'm deficient.
I don't think it's ever an I am this way. It's never an I am this way situation. It's I am currently this way. And like, but everybody's, you know, like you were saying earlier, change is inevitable. Like, it's possible for people to change. They just have to, they have an inherent flawed thinking at the moment. So like, but once you fix that, then it changes the issue entirely. Nobody's inherently flawed. They just have a flawed way of thinking most of the time, at least in my experience. That's my understanding of it. And, you know, it's just like anytime, you know, even we can go talk about like self-esteem issues. You know, everybody's fucking pretty amazing for the most part. The people that aren't so amazing are the ones that don't think they're amazing. You know what I'm saying? They have no self-confidence. And I was one of those people for a long time, man. I had like zero fucking self-confidence, and I don't know why.
Like, we carry our pain,
you know,
man.
like, I think a lot of it has to do with
everyone does,
with the way you're brought up and the things you're told when you're a child. You know, if you're given
back again to that
if you're given positive messages and, you know, words of affirmation as a child, you're probably going to do better than if you're called a fucking loser the entire time you're a child. you know, if you hear that your entire childhood, you're probably going to start to believe it, and that's going to be your inner monologue. And so you're always going to be like, oh, I'm a fucking piece of shit. Until you realize,
that's that conservative Christian
until you realize that that's bullshit, and they were feeding you a bunch of bullshit because you're fucking awesome. So just fucking be yourself and just be fucking awesome and fuck what they thought about you. That's their own shit coming out.
To fall back into, dude. Like once you make a mistake, like that's your default setting.
That's your baseline. So like you got to figure out a way. Well, I wouldn't say it's your baseline, but it's definitely it's in the settings. It's definitely in your settings. Like it may not be your default, but it's definitely in your settings. Like if your head was a radio when you hit scan, eventually it's going to land on that fucking station and shit's going to be real dark.
Back to playing that same old shit.
It's like, oh man, is this fucking Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon again? Fuck. I want to hear that.
Yeah, man.
See, I told you those fucking Apple motherfucking headphones suck ass, man. It's just the shape of them. They don't work. Who the fuck's ears? Wait, say again. That's what I'm saying. I said those Apple fucking headphones don't work. They don't fit in anybody's ear. Whose ear is shaped like that? Nobody's ear is shaped like that. I'm just sitting here watching you just play with that thing and try to get it to where it'll work in your head. And you got big ears too. So like, I don't even know what's going on. Like just
I have really big ears, but it's really small.
I just boycott Apple products in general anyway.
I do too. I do too. But like, I thought I was the only one. Like, I don't know. I get a lot of flack for it. It's just, there's a lot of reasons.
Oh yeah. I got numerous reasons. I recently, got Laura to convert to Android from iPhone. It was time, and she's actually much happier with it. It works much better.
Now, I mean, everything for me has like always been Android and Chromebooks, and then I got my Windows computer and stuff. But I don't like the fact that, man, as awesome as Apple products are, and the operating system is for running apps.
They're not though. They're not that great.
Dude, they run apps smooth as hell, dude. Especially apps that fucking do a lot. Dude, like I couldn't run 3 motherfucking apps like on this computer like I can on
like a Mac.
Fucking
I mean, if you're talking about a Mac, sure. We're talking about like a fucking iPhone here. That's what we're talking about. And iPhones are fucking garbage.
Oh, they have good cameras. That's about
so do the high-end Samsung phones.
Yeah, they do.
You know, fucking. The only reason I would have an iPhone is for the encryption.
I don't like the fact that once they upgrade, they limit you. Like, okay, you have to buy our product. Yeah, like I don't like.
That's why she switched from the iPhone to the Android, because they slowed her phone down so much it was barely working.
Yeah, like this shit will be great for 4 years, right?
Maybe. I mean, like maybe 2. Apple's underhanded, man. Think about it. It's Apple. I don't even know. I don't even know what that means.
In my ear.
It sounded like some stupid conspiracy theory shit. So I thought I'd say, I don't know, man. It's Apple. They're behind it all, man. It's the symbolism of Apple. It's Apple, man. It's the forbidden fruit with the bite taken out of it, man. They're the fucking devil, man.
It was the snake in the garden all along.
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs. He's still alive. The earth is flat.
No, okay. I got to ask a question. What do you think?
What's that?
Okay, the alien shit that's going on, right? What do you think about that? Okay, because I had a friend of mine. Okay, now this is where it gets weird. My friend is like a super like crazy flat Earth anti-Zion. He's crazy. Okay, like anyway, space. He thinks space is fake, and like I love him to death.
Wait, space
in general. The idea of space is a like, well, I mean, it's not real. Space, it's like, I think he thinks it's like some sort of like maybe like a backdrop or like a Truman Show style bubble. I don't know. I can't say. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I literally do not know, and that's my point. Is it's so confusing to me.
Yeah, I can see why.
I don't understand. I can't.
Do you believe in extraterrestrials? Or the possibility of them?
I think to say that it's impossible would be fucking asinine.
And arrogant. Yes.
I mean, do you really believe that we're the only civilized? And I use that word very fucking loosely. Very loosely when I say civilized. Do you think that we're the only, and I use this word very loosely as well, advanced species in the fucking cosmos?
And definitely not.
To say that we haven't been visited by other intelligent species to at least be studied, because who wouldn't want to watch the fucking Florida of the universe?
Yeah, I mean, and that's exactly what it is.
It's down here on Earth. It's just one big drunken fucking fuck fest, and everyone's just invited. And they're like, "Wow, this is the
everybody's they're like,
fucking
this is fucking off for killing motherfuckers." Like, really, like that's
they're like smoking meth and fucking shooting fucking heroin into their neck and fucking banging each other and fucking murdering each other, and it's the most popular show in the fucking multiverse.
It's a violent pornography.
Life is a violent pornography.
It is. Like it's. I don't know. I don't know. I say it's savage in the garden, but there's beauty in the margins, man. Like life is not a terrible thing, dude. It's fucking amazing. It's the most amazing thing you could.
It's the most amazing gift you could ever ask for. But to say it's not a little fucking,
you got to take what comes with it, though,
you got to
man.
take the shit with sugar, man. That's what it is. Like either fucking adapt to it or fucking be destroyed by it.
I don't know, man. We're the lucky ones. Like, everybody don't get to the other side. Like, really, that alone should, make. I think people have more of.
I think
a resistance to that feeling of giving up, because
certain people just have. I don't want to call it like a purpose. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like, oh, I have some fucking underlying purpose, and that's why I made it through. The years of addiction and all the bullshit. Or whatever, the cancer, any of it, any of the hardships I've faced in my life. I don't want to be like, well, ultimately, there's some sort of, the universe had a purpose for me, or God had a purpose, I don't want to go there. I don't know. I can't say. That would be fucking very arrogant and very asinine of me to assume that I have a reason here. I try to,
but at the same time, there was something
I try to create my own reason. And
yes,
because I enjoy creating reason because I enjoy creating order out of chaos.
And that's it. Like I said, we give things their definitions.
I chose to stick around. I chose to get clean.
And that's my thing. I always say, like you can't tell me that it was out of my hands and give it up to a higher power and all this, because I am that higher power. For me, I've chosen to be that. I made those choices. I make these choices now to be better. Like that active agency gives me a sense of calm to know that even when I fuck up, those decisions are mine, and I have full control of that.
If I can own anything, it's my fuck ups. It's not just my fuck ups, but my victories as well. And
yes,
and that's the beauty of it, is you have to fuck up. I think. It's like
that's the only way you're gonna learn.
Yeah,
like seriously,
fucking Mark Maron said in one of his stand-up specials, he was like, I don't even have any respect for somebody who hasn't lost complete control of their life for a few years. And it's I agree with that.
That's when you learn. Like when you're spiraling and when you have nobody. Like I didn't learn as long as there were people helping me. I didn't learn until I had nobody and no options and did not know what the fuck. And I had to find that shit out. And after that, I mean, shit, it ain't been all roses and shit, but I know it's going to be okay. I know it's going to be okay because I went through that shit.
Right. Yeah. What else could it be but okay at that point? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Like, dude, I've been through it. I'm going to make it.
Yeah. Fucking, I've been there. Everything else. And man, after you've been through some shit like that, man, it turns the volume down on the rest of life. Like everything else is pretty fucking easy after you've been through some horrific fucking nightmare addiction shit. You've seen some of the shit you've seen some of the shit I've seen. You don't want to do anything ever again.
Yeah, like the shit that we've seen, that we've experienced, like a lot of people don't ever go there, and I mean, I'm glad, but lucky
them.
Yeah, like you can't you can't discount those experiences either, because they're rare. Like, for somebody to live through it, tell, and like, you have to realize that how slim the chances are, really the odds for you and me coming from where we come from in our history to be where we are now.
I was talking to somebody about it earlier. I was like, man, I really enjoy all my silly stories of like smoking crack with a bunch of prostitutes and doing a bunch of stupid fucking hood rat shit. Those are fun stories because I traversed them and I made it through them, and they were pretty funny at the time anyway, because they're just ridiculous situations. You're like, how did I end up in this fucking situation? But looking back and being on the other side of that shit, I wouldn't do it again. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. There's a million moments I always feel like I'm change the past, but I sure as fuck wouldn't repeat.
I feel like I'm a better person for having done it. I feel like I understand the human condition a little better. I think having really tasted the fucking dark underbelly of fucking life for a while, like a good fucking 5 years, 6 years, you know what I mean? Like a real dirty, hard living, like really fucked up shit.
It's humbling because until that point, you always, in your mind, somewhere in the back of your mind, you have this justification. You always think you're better than somebody. At least I'm not like that. At least I'm not like them.
Yeah. You've got this judgmental bullshit built up, and then then eventually, like, you stay there, bro. You become like that, and you become like them, and bro, like, I say, fucking up is contagious, bro. I ain't never getting sick again. Like, I got things too good, and that's my goal right now, is just to focus on those things and appreciate them. Like, I'm blessed to have what I have in my life. Absolutely.
Right now. I don't know what I did to deserve it, but I'm finna appreciate it.
Yeah.
I got to be worthy of that sacrifice that people have put through for me, like what they've given up for me to get here.
Yeah, man. I'm super grateful for fucking everything in my life right now, man. Am I exactly where I would like to be necessarily? Not yet.
No one is.
You never will be. And as long as you keep chasing it and making that the root of your happiness, you'll never be happy. That's what I'm saying. I'm grateful and I'm happy to be where I am. Does that mean that I just want to sit here and not try to excel at what I do and do better? No, that doesn't mean that at all. It's a challenge for me, man. Life's a fucking game, man. And I'm fucking trying to win it. You know what I mean? Like, whatever that means, I'm trying to like do the best I can at whatever I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, shit, man, I ain't never been halfway about shit. Like, I told you, I'm pretty extreme about shit. But especially about myself, like, because I've seen where that shit gets me. If I'm going to be about this or I'm going to live this way, I got to be all in. I got to give that full effort.
But yeah, that is how you get the most out of it, man.
Yeah, you got to put your whole self into it.
Entirely. You have to fucking just throw yourself into it and dedicate 100%, 120%. If you want to, if you actually want to do anything with it. And that's anything. Like, you have to really, give it your fucking 100% effort, man.
My thing too is authenticity. Like, I can't force it. I have to do it, how I feel and with what I'm going through. Like, you cannot fake success or progress. Right. You can't do that shit. Like, you have to do the hard work. Like the hard work is always worth it. It always is.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, whether you see it in the moment or not.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, man, fucking, what are you gonna be doing late? Like, coming up? You didn't be trying to finish this fucking EP you got working on, or?
Yes, I am, and then working on another. I'm hoping to get this stuff done in the next, I say, 4 or 5 weeks, and I'll probably get it to you first to check out, and then I'm just gonna push.
Get it to me, and let's get you back on, man, and we'll play some tracks off of it and shit, and try to get out there.
It'll be good, man. It'll be fun. I have a few reserved, like some unreleased stuff. Next time,
absolutely. Well, shit, man. Have a good night. I really appreciate you doing it, and I love you, man. It's always good talking to you.
Much love, Otto, bro. Like, I'm really, really glad that we both are where we are right now.
It's just further proof that we're in a simulation, man. It's just all too weird.
We just learned to play the game, right?
That's it, man. You just gotta find the cheat codes.
Yes, indeed. All right. Well, swing low as fuck and fuck with me tomorrow, man.
Absolutely, bro. Have a good night.
All right. Be easy.
Thanks again to Josh for being on the program. If you want to check out his music, there are links in the liner notes of the episode on dharmajunkiepodcast.com. I should have some merch and stuff up there pretty soon. Thank you for listening. If you enjoy the show, please rate it, review it, and share it. That's the most important thing, is just like sharing it with other people and getting it out there. That's if you do enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, then send me some hateful email. You can do that at justin@dharmajunkiepodcast.com. I look forward to hearing all the bullshit you have to say to me, which is hopefully not too hateful. Anyway, thank you for listening, and I love all of you. Namaste. Walking on this, you know, Wilkanazizid, Yinamriimnis.